Cheers, boys. It's Sunday's finest. Week 4 fantasy recap. Coming at you live and in color. So let's get right down to business. We had high scoring team of the week, Travis. Probably the least of his concerns this week. Just glad. Shout out to everybody being safe for you, brother. And can't even imagine what the hell was going on when all that shit went down. But glad to hear everybody's doing okay. So you had high score of the week, 117 points to Joe's 89 points. Had Cam Newton finally showing up being Cam Newton with 39 points. Had Le'Veon Bell, I believe, had a very good game with 32 points. That was the majority of your team's points. Dalvin Cook, that's a rough one. Out for the year. He got 10 points before he went down with ACL injury. Derek Carr on your bench is done for a while. Then you had Packers D, nice 10 points. Des Bryant, 9 points. So all in all, big efforts from a few individual players, but a good final for you. Finally got a win off the schneid there with Joe. Unfortunately, 89 points for you. Aaron Rodgers, 31. Jordan Howard, 12. Chris Hogan, 12. That was pretty much it, buddy. It was a rough week for you. Had some bench points going on. Mir Abdullah, 16. Cooper Kupp, 12. So tough week. Good win, Travis. Tough loss, Joe. And move on to the next highest scoring team, which was Miller, 111 to DC's 87, taking down the last undefeated team. Had let's see, Todd Gurley going just ape shit, 30 points. Leonard Fournette, nice 19. Had Michael Thomas, 14 points. Steelers D, 14 points. So good all-around effort. DC, rough week for you. So far, you've been close to the highest scoring team every week. This week, Matt Ryan dropped back down to earth with 9 points. Kareem Hunt didn't have his usual crazy, insane game. Only 14 points out of him. C.J. Anderson, 10 points. Seahawks D, 20 points. Nobody else, did much. You had Lamar Miller on your bench with 24 points. Bilal Powell with 27 points. And Will Fuller with 15 points sitting on your bench. So, not that those guys aren't really starting options most of the time anyway, so they just had lucky days. So, good win, Miller. Tough loss to DC. And then we had the next highest scoring team, myself versus new guy, with 96 points for myself to the paltry 58 points for Johnny Law. I had okay games for most of the people. 14 from Taylor, 13 from Freeman. Jordy Nelson did what he does, catching touchdowns with 19. Keenan Allen had a great game, 15 points. Travis Kelce showed up, 19 points. Left a lot of points on my bench, but ended up getting the win. John, the only person who had double digits was Tom Brady with 25. Everyone else pretty much sucked. So, sucks to be you. Let's see. Yeah, want to thank you for not starting Nuke Hopkins. That was a good call. And Wendell Smallwood on your bench, another good call with 13 points. So, thanks, buddy. Cheers. So we had Next highest scoring team, your buddy Chuck, John, with 93 points to Craig's 75. Mr. I still owe 420 from last year. And we had Chuck with Dak and Zeke doing their thing. 28 for Dak, 25 for Zeke, and 14 for the Jags D. Not overall all around good game, but he didn't need a lot. Had Blunt on his bench with 17, Kelvin Benjamin with 12 on his bench. And good game, 93 points, got it done. Craig had Drew Brees going off, 22 points. LaShawn McCoy didn't do much, 10 points. Ty Montgomery got hurt, so he went out with only 2 points. AJ Green had a decent day, 12 points. Charles Clay, 13 points, another decent day. Somehow he started Willie Snead, who I think was a healthy scratch before the game was even played. Like he wasn't playing, and somehow you still started him. So I'm not really sure how that happens. And even though you're making fun of the Giants, Eli Manning had 31 points on your bench. Mike Wallace had 11 points on your bench. Not that it would have made a difference. You're still losing, pretty much. Anyways, so tough luck. Good win, Chuck. And in the last matchup of the week, wouldn't say it was underwhelming, but not the most underwhelming we've ever seen, because Winston had 82 points, which not terrible. He outscored two other teams on the week. But Nate, I don't know, man. I feel it. It's just something about this year. It could be your year again to go over. It's looking rough, looking real rough. Especially when you have your kicker as your second highest scoring player for your week. So Winston, you had Jameis go off for 34. Nothing out of your running backs. Had Mike Evans, so you got that wide receiver QB combo. Mike Evans with 12 points. Your kicker had 15. And left some points on the bench. Danny Amendola 10, Randall Cobb 10. Not that you needed it, you were playing Nate. And Nate, Russell Wilson had 30 points, and your kicker had 15 points, and the rest of your lineup sucked. Marco Murray 3 points, Frank Gore 7, AB Antonio Brown 3. And again, you started a receiver that was ruled out before the game, and Michael Crabtree, he didn't play, but yet you still started him. I'm not really sure again how that happens. And you had the Cowboys D getting negative 6 points because they got lumped up with Todd Gurley and the Rams doing all kinds of shit to them. And you had 14 out of Gio Bernard on your bench. I think most of that came on one play. Quiz Rogers with 10. I mean, you didn't even really have any bench points. So you got no depth, bro. Work the waivers. Make trades. You need something. Anything. Phone a friend. Use one of your lifelines, whatever. Do something, man. You're 0-4. 0-4. We are a quarter of the way through the season, and you don't have a win yet. That's not good. Not good at all. All right. So I will go standings. Have Miller, DC, and myself at 3-1. Then you have the 2-2s with John, Craig, Joe, Chuck, and Winston. And then you have Travis at 1-3, and lastly Nate with the over So, pardon me. Look ahead to next week's matchups. I believe week 5 we have our matchup of John versus Chuck, but I don't think any bet was officially accepted, so which is kind of disappointing. I would have hoped by now you guys would have ponied up and put your money where your mouths were. But I think the stipulation was the Giants had to win a game, and fact check again for us, Chuck. If I don't think they have a win, but you can double check, make sure my math is correct. I believe they're 0-4, so, but we'll see. So yeah, you two play. So you're both 2-2. So somebody's going under 500 in that one. Then you have Craig versus Winston. Again, 2 more 2-2 teams. Somebody's going under 500 in that one. That doesn't look good for Craig. He's projected at 45 points now. He's only got 6 players in his lineup, but I'm assuming bye weeks are probably killing him. Then you have DC versus Joe with Joe projected at 84 to 65 right now, but again, not full lineups in. Then you have, oh man, this one, so wow, going to be very interesting. The Raider brethren play each other with Nate going against Travis, and you're either both going to be 1-4, or you're going to be 0-5, Nate, and Travis will be 2-4. So that one's going to be interesting right now. Right now, Nate's projected. Travis is missing one player out of his lineup, 86-72 right now. And lastly, you have a battle of 3-1 teams, myself versus Miller. Right now, I'm projected at 80-77, but no complete lineups in that one either. So it's going to be an interesting week. We got some interesting matchups. Going to be some interesting records after this week. So, all right, boys. Let's play it out. And good luck to everybody except for Miller. And cheers, boys.